Okay, this is the second part of that video. I thought I was going to fit it all into one video, but I ran out of time, so I've just quickly written a list of the classes down. I know all my students, but it's just to bring them up in my mind like that. It's a bit difficult. Excuse me. So this is my list. If we start with the youngest ones, in my adventure class, which is Jane's class, that class has been changed around quite a lot, so it's a bit difficult to. I've not really been with many of the students for a long period of time. They're a bit stressful. They run around a lot, and they don't like to study that much. So to say I'm going to miss them a lot is a bit of a lie. Fantasy class, however, I miss Michael. He comes in early, and we usually throw a scrunched up piece of paper around. He likes to try and decapitate me with it, but excuse me again. He's fun. I like him a lot. He's a good laugh. Who else is there? Max is funny. Sam. Oh, Sam. That was who it would be. Of course, I do have a Sam. I was talking about not having a Sam in the previous class, but I do. No, Sam was good. He was a complete tyke, but a good laugh at the same time. And he would try and attack me and then run away, but usually not very fast, so I'd catch him up. I miss him. What about Junior 1-2? I miss Candy and Sandy. I didn't really get a chance to say goodbye to them yesterday, which is a bit weird. Usually we speak a lot, but it was quite busy. They were doing maths practice, so I didn't get a chance to speak to Sandy and Candy either. Jimmy said goodbye. He's quite quiet. He's a good student, but he's just quiet in class. He said goodbye though, which was nice. David, I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to him, but I did get a chance to say goodbye to his sister, Sally, who only studies math here now, but we used to study English together, and she was really good fun. Jenny said goodbye. She's a new student, but we came quite close. She talked to me a lot, wanted to take some pictures together before we left, so she's got some really unflattering pictures of me on her phone now. Who else? We're looking at Junior 1-5, Jane and Cindy's class. Okay, 1-5 for Jane. Oh, wonderful class. Ruby, Julia, Kathy, Erica, Mike, Stuart, Brian, all of them. They're fantastic. They give me a lot of stress sometimes, but they are really good. And we had a good snack party yesterday and played A, B, C and game yesterday, which was quite good. And resulted in quite a sore red hand for me, because I'm really bad at it. Cindy's class, 1-5, they just don't like me a lot. They don't like me at all, really. I don't know what it was. It started off with one student, and then because I made them study, oh, the horror, they started to go off me a little bit, and they're probably the class I like teaching the least, because it's difficult to teach them. They just won't listen or study very hard, which is a shame. But I did get some good messages from them, so whether or not that was under pressure from Cindy to write a nice message or not, I don't know. But, you know, we had some good times together at the same time, so that's quite good. Junior 2-2. Jane's one first. Helen was in that class. Jennifer, we used to get on really well with each other, and then it went a bit funny. I don't know what happened. One day she just came and she didn't want to speak to me at all, and she just ignores me now. Occasionally just saying some slanderous comment before laughing and running off. So I never really got or understood what was going on there. Helen's good. Always got on well with Helen. The boys in the class gave me a lot of stress, but they were outside of class. They were funny, and they would always talk to me and ask me how I was, and ask to fight me for some strange reason. So yeah, that's a double-sided coin. They were good, but they were bad at the same time. Cindy's class, wonderful. It was a bigger class, and then it's been squashed down. John, who is Julia's brother, he was fun. Laura, who sent me a nice message on my phone afterwards saying she wouldn't forget me. She's nice. She's a huge Son Yoshide fan. Huge. She doesn't approve of Tiffany though, so that was a bone of contention between us for quite a few occasions. There's also Sean, who's a good laugh as well. So they all enjoyed this. I bought them toast yesterday for their class, so they were quite happy about that. What else have we got? We was 2-3. This is Laura, the three boys. Again, it used to be one of my least favourite classes as they progressed up the ranks, but the students left and then they got squished down, and then we changed teachers to Jane, who is a bit more strict, and basically gave them a good kick up the arse and told them that if they didn't study, she was going to make their life hell. So they started to become a little bit better at that time. Laura's good fun. She gave me a lot of candy recently. The boys were, again, mildly stressful, but we got on quite well during the other times, and they were just a good laugh most of the time, which is the way I find that most of the students have been. What else? Randomly, I don't know if just then, I'm not sure if the video stopped or paused. If it did, I apologise. Who else have we got? We was 1-3. That's Annie, Ruby's sister. Some of the other girls. Recently, Chongmin and new student Jihang. She's good. And David. David's a really wonderful student. He's a guy, and he's obviously... And he always talks to me, says hello, asks me what I'm doing. He's got a test today, so good luck to David. Annie's really kind. She gave me some stuff. The other girls were quite nice as well. Chongmin was just like, Alex, when are you going? Get out, go, get out, get out. Because she's still angry that I didn't give her a birthday present for her birthday this year. But I tried to explain to her on a number of occasions that, first of all, she only came back the week before her birthday. She was here. She was a student like last year when the first time I was here. And also, she didn't tell me. So how I was supposed to remember her birthday, I have no idea. She never told me her birthday, but apparently that's my fault. But I gave her a candy at the end. She was, oh, Alex, you're so kind. So that's basically, I find that that's quite a lot of what it was about. I think a lot of the students were just sort of saying goodbye and being kind because maybe they felt obliged to. But it's the thought that counts. And I had some good times with them, so there were some good genuine goodbyes as well, which is nice. And you're never gonna please everyone. Side by Side 3, my GS class, again one of my classes where it was just painful. But at the same time we had a good party yesterday. I gave him some money to get in some snacks. We got in some Korean food and things like that. Sam and Joe, they're quite quiet. Sam always says, Alex, you're bad. Doesn't mean it. Andy's had some trouble with me in the past, but he was good yesterday. Taeyun and Taeyung and Wonsok, they were all good, and we had a good laugh together. I played that game as well where you have to balance on one leg and you're attacking each other with your knee. I don't know what that's called, but I won. Well, I won most of the time, but Taeyung has got a ridiculously sharp knee, and Taeyun has got the ability to stand on his one leg, for eternity. Whereas my leg started to cramp up, so I had to walk away. High school students. The high school students actually asked me in. It wasn't my class today, but they asked me in to speak to me a little bit. Susan was actually studying. They wanted me in because that means they didn't have to study, and they would ask me questions about where I was going and what was going on. But Susan was actually studying because she's just really quiet student. She never really talks much to any of the students, any of the teachers even, and she just wanted to study. So that was a bit funny, I thought. But I spoke a little bit more to them, and Claire, who gave me the clay, Claire and Julia. They're the only remaining students from my high school class of yesteryear. From my old class. They're now high school students. I miss them a lot because I used to get on. We used to talk about fandom things. Actually, we had a Big Bang fan, Double S fan. We had a vague FT Island fan. It was back when FT Island were kind of new. So yeah, that was good. I miss them a lot. I'm gonna miss teachers. I'm gonna miss Jane and Cindy. Sarah left last week. I missed her a little bit. Didn't get to know the new maths teacher. Bit of a shame. I miss Taejin the most, I think. He's pretty much my best friend here. He helps me with so many things, and never asks for anything in return. He always feels awkward when he has to ask me to help him with anything. But no matter how many times I tell him that I'd help him without a moment's notice. Moment's hesitation. He's just so I'm going to miss them a lot. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to the boss. Because he was busy at another academy with his other academy with the new teacher that's come in, Malcolm. So I'll come back next week maybe, or within the next 2 weeks and say goodbye properly, I think, and just say hello to the students again. I keep looking over here at this cake. I'm sorry, it's sitting there, and I decided not to eat it until such times as I could show it in the previous video. But I think that it's going to have to go. I've got to eat all these bars of chocolate and things like that. Otherwise I have to take them with me, and I don't have enough room to do that. So all these things I've got to do, get myself packed up, but I am going to miss them a lot. And I recommend to anyone who wants to come out here and work that they get as close and be as fun with their students as they possibly can, and get as friendly with them as you possibly can. Because although people say that it backfires in the classroom occasionally, the students that are bad are going to be bad regardless of what you do. So don't worry about that, and just be as friendly as you can with them, and be as close with them as you can, because it's definitely worth it. Because you have so much fun with them on occasion. It's ridiculous that I'm 24 years old and I'm having a good laugh with these students who are much younger. I definitely recommend it. That's it again. I'm coming on to that's another 10-minute video coming in. Yeah. So have a I guess have a good weekend, and I'll speak to you guys when I get to my new apartment. Bye bye.